Hello children, in the lesson Mangoes Round the Year, till now we saw what is food spoilage, how food spoilage happens, and from there we were slowly moving on to how to prevent food spoilage. ആദ്യം നമ്മൾ ഫുഡ് സ്പോയിലേജ് എന്താന്ന് കണ്ടു. We started off the lesson with food spoilage. Food spoil ആയിട്ടുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ how do we find the food is spoiled from its color, smell, texture, etc. We can find if the food is spoiled. We do not eat spoiled food because it can cause food poisoning. There are different reasons for food spoilage. Extreme climatic conditions, presence of moisture in the air, microorganisms are some of the reasons for food spoilage. Then we saw how to prevent food spoilage. Complete item namukku prevent cheyan pattilla, but we can extend the life of the products. In the last session we saw milk undanundengil we boil it, that increases its life. Then cooked food, we put it in a container and put the container in water, that will increase the life of cooked rice. Then coriander leaves പോലെയുള്ളതൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ damp cloth wrap ചെയ്ത് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ all these things we saw. Now we are going to look at the lesson that we are talking about is mangoes around the year. So how do we get mangoes around the year, or what are the different ways in which we preserve mangoes around the year? Towards the end of this lesson, we'll also learn different food items are preserved in our houses as well. So let us continue with reading the lesson. Summer treat, Mamidi Tandra. Chitti Babu and Chinna Babu live in Athreyapuram town in Andhra Pradesh. The brothers spend the summer holidays playing in the mango garden where the trees are full of fruits. They also like to eat unripe mangoes with salt and chili powder. നമുക്ക് ഇതുപോലത്തെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട് അല്ലേ? നമുക്ക് റോ മാംഗോസ് കഴിക്കാൻ ഇഷ്ടമാണ്, മാംഗോ ഫ്രൂട്ട് ആയാലും കഴിക്കാൻ ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. We also do all these things unripe ആയിട്ട്, അതായത് പച്ചമാങ്ങ ഉപ്പിലും മുളക് പൊടിയൊക്കെ മുക്കിയിട്ട് കഴിക്കാറില്ലേ? At home, their mother cooks unripe mangoes in different ways. She also makes many kinds of mango pickles. The pickles last through the year until the next mango season. You too might have seen your parents or grandparents make pickles at home, which we use throughout the year. Pickles ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോൾ ചിലപ്പം വെറുതെ ഉപ്പിൽ മാത്രം ഇട്ട് വയ്ക്കും അല്ലേ? Then we put it in salt brine മാത്രം ഇടുക. Different methods of pickling you too might have seen in your houses as well. So ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യണത്? We are preserving it for whole year അല്ലേ? അപ്പപ്പ കിട്ടണ മാംഗോസിനെ എടുത്തിട്ടല്ല നമ്മൾ പിക്കിളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. മാംഗോ ഇസ് എ സീസണൽ ഫ്രൂട്ട്. വെൻ ദ സീസൺ, ഡ്യൂറിങ് ദ സീസൺ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? റൈപ്പ് മാംഗോസിനെ കൊണ്ട് പല ഡിഫറെന്റ് വെറൈറ്റീസിലുള്ള റെസിപ്പീസ് ചെയ്യും. അൺറൈപ്പ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള മാംഗോസ് ഉണ്ട്, ഇതുപോലെ pickles, chutneys. Chutneys of course will not last throughout the year, but കുറേ കാലം കൂടി ലാസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. കുറച്ചു കാലം for a little longer period അങ്ങനെ പ്രിസർവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ചട്നീസ് ഉണ്ട്. Then pickles which last throughout the year. Then jams, sauces, squashes, juices, അങ്ങനെ പല റെസിപ്പീസും which last throughout the year. So at home, their mother cooks unripe mangoes in different ways. She also makes many kinds of mango pickles. The pickles last through the year until the next mango season. So this is how pickle idittu you make it available throughout the year. One evening, while having food, Chinna Babu asked, "Amma, we have so many mangoes. Make some mamidi tandra, that is aam papad, from them." Their father said, "Making mamidi tandra needs 4 weeks of hard work. If you both promise to help us every day for the next 4 weeks, we can together make them we can together make the Mamidi Tandra. It is a time consuming as well as difficult task. So father needs help. So father said, in case if you help me, we will do it together. Both the brothers quickly agreed to help. The next day, both the children went to the market with their father. These are the preparations done by them to prepare the നമ്മുടെ വീടുകളിലൊക്കെ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും അല്ലേ, പല പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻസ് വേണം. പിക്കിൾസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാനും അതുപോലത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വീട്ടില് അമ്മയും ഗ്രാൻഡ് മദറും ഒക്കെ പല പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻസ് ചെയ്യണത് നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. So similarly, the brothers also were very enthusiastic to help father. So they bought a mat woven from the leaves of palm tree, poles of casuarina tree, string made of coconut husk. ഇതെല്ലാം അത് ആ പ്രോസസ്സ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ കാണിക്കണം. Some jaggery and sugar. So Amma found a sunny place in the backyard. Both the brothers made a high platform using poles. They spread out and tied the mat on that platform. The next day, Appa chose the most ripe mangoes. They took out the mango pulp into a large pot. Then they strained the pulp through the fine muslin cloth to remove the fibers from the pulp. Then Chitti Babu crushed the good, that is jaggery, till there were no lumps. They added the jaggery and sugar in equal amounts to the pulp. Chinna Babu mixed the jaggery and sugar well with a big spoon. Amma then spread the pulp into a thin layer over the mat. The thin layer was left to dry in the sun. In the evening, they covered the mat with a clean sari to avoid any dust. The next day, they again took out some mango pulp. They added jaggery and sugar into the pulp. Then they spread the pulp over the previous day's layer. This work was given to both the brothers. Both of them together spread many layers over it. For the next 4 weeks, they hoped that it would not rain. For 4 weeks, they added layer after layer until the jaggery grew 4 centimeters thick and looked like a golden cake. After some days, Amma said, the Mamidi Tandra is ready. We can take it out and cut it into pieces tomorrow. The next day, the mat was brought down from the platform. Mamidi Tandra was cut into smaller pieces. The brothers tasted it. It was tasty. Chinna Babu said, wow, how tasty. After all, we have also helped in making it. So this, the process for making Mamidi Tandra is explained here. എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ചെയ്തത്? റൈപ്പ് മാംഗോസ് എടുത്തു, മാംഗോന്ന് പൾപ്പ് എടുത്തു, ദെൻ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഫൈബർ അതിൽ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ഫൈബർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മാംഗോയില് നാര് പോലെ ഉണ്ടാവും അല്ലേ? സോ ഓൾ ദോസ് തിങ്സ് ഷുഡ് നോട്ട് ബി ദർ. സോ അത് വരാണ്ടിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് മസ്ലിൻ ക്ലോത്തിൽ സ്ട്രെയിൻ ചെയ്തു, അരിച്ചെടുത്തു. ദെൻ ദേ മിക്സ്ഡ് ജാഗറി വിത്ത് ഷുഗർ which was mixed into the pulp and it was left in the sun for drying. Then ഒരു ലെയർ അല്ല, അതുപോലത്തെ കുറേ ലേയേഴ്സ് ലെയർ ചെയ്തു. Then they left it to dry for over a period of 4 weeks, after which it was ready. Why was sugar and jaggery mixed into the mango pulp and dried in the sun? It was mixed to make Mamidi Tandra. അല്ലേ? ആ റെസിപ്പി ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്, ആ സ്വീറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി, ആ പപ്പട് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഷുഗറിനെയും ജാഗറിനെയും അതിൽ മിക്സ് ചെയ്തത്. ആൻഡ് ഡ്രൈഡ് ഇൻ ദ സൺ. You too might have seen your parents do സണ്ണിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് ഡ്രൈ ചെയ്തെടുക്കുന്നത്. ഇൻ കേസ് this is done to remove the extra moisture in the, എന്തെങ്കിലും മോയ്സ്ചർ ആ മിക്സ്ചറിൽ ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ സാധനങ്ങളിൽ ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് ഗെറ്റ്സ്, the food becomes stale, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കേടുവരാനുള്ള ചാൻസസ് കൂടുതലാണ്. So to avoid that, to take off the moisture, it is dried in the sun. So why was sugar and jaggery mixed into the pulp and dried in the sun? That this was done to make Mamidi Tandra or Aam Papad. Why did Appa first choose the most ripe mangoes to be used for making the Mammadi Tandra? Because ripe mangoes are juicy. So you get more pulp from it. That is why Appa took the most ripe mangoes at the beginning. And the chances of them getting spoiled is also more. How did the brothers make the Mammadi Tandra? Write down step by step what they did for this. First they readied the platform. So Adyam poles vechu. On that they spread the mat. Then their father helped them to take out the pulp. They mixed jaggery and sugar in equal quantities. They mixed it with the pulp and they spread the pulp on the mat. Over the next few weeks, they layered ripe mangoes. They kept on layering the mango pulp and they dried it in the sun for the next 4 weeks. And they expected that it does not rain for the next 4 weeks. So that are different steps. Then at last when it was dried, it was cut into pieces. What things are made in your house from ripe and unripe mangoes? Ripe mangoes, we make milkshakes, ice creams, juice, jam. I don't know in case if your house people make papads. If you have lot of mangoes, probably you will make papad as well. Unripe mangoes, we make chutneys. We cook curries, pickles, all those things we make with unripe mangoes. Make a list of all different types of pickles that you know about and share with your friends. This you can attempt on your own. Mango pickle undakkum. Other than this, what all pickles are made in your house, please do write it in your notebook. Is there any kind of pickle made in your house? What kind of pickle is it? Who makes it? From whom did they learn to make the pickle? This, in case if you know how it is made, you can write it on your own or speak to elders at home, maybe your mom or your father or your grandmother, whoever is at home who makes pickle, and write down the different steps. What all things are needed to make any one type of pickle in your house? How is a pickle made? Find out the recipe and write. This also you can do. How are these things made in your house? Papads, chutneys, badia, sauce. This is our fryams. നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടുകളിലൊക്കെ ഫ്രൈംസ് പോലെയുള്ള സാധനങ്ങൾ ഡ്രൈ ചെയ്തിട്ട് കൊണ്ടാട്ടങ്ങൾ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയില്ലേ, അതാണ് that is what this word stands for. In case somebody at home makes, just check with them and see how it is made. It is a two-day journey from by train from Pune to Kolkata. If you were to go on this trip, what food items would you carry with you? How would you pack them? Make a list on the blackboard of all the packed food. What food would you eat first? Train journey ke povaanannundengil usually nammal pettannu kedu varatha foods alle. We make chapatis, then at times we make curd rice. We pack pickles, biscuits, then fried aayittulla sadhanangal. All these things we take. We start eating things which get spoiled fast. For example, in case if you're carrying curd rice or something, we eat curd rice first. Chapati. അങ്ങനെ ആദ്യം കേടുവരുന്നതൊക്കെ ആദ്യം കഴിക്കും. Then slowly we move on to packed foods that takes a little longer to get spoiled. Glass jars and bottles are dried well in the sun before filling them with pickles. Why is this done? This is done to take out the extra moisture in the vessels. അപ്പോൾ ആ പാത്രത്തിൽ എക്സ്ട്രാ മോയ്സ്ചർ ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പിക്കിൾ പെട്ടെന്ന് കേടുവരും. അപ്പോൾ ആ എക്സ്ട്രാ മോയ്സ്ചർ ഒക്കെ ടേക്ക് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് അതിനെ സൺ ഡ്രൈ ചെയ്യണത്. Do you remember what happened to the bread? Moisture വന്നപ്പോൾ പെട്ടെന്ന് കേടു വന്നു അല്ലേ? To eat mangoes round the year, we make different items like pickle, papad, chutney, chikki, etc. List some other food items with which we make different things so that we can enjoy it throughout the year. Sauce, jam, akka parnada throughout the year enjoy cheyan help you. So that is about mangoes around the year. Watch the video, children. Any doubts? post it in the stream. That's all for today. Thank you.